Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Raven here with some more Arma 3 Intro to Tactics stuff. So in this video, oh burp. In this video, what we're talking about is enter and clear a trench, and then on top of that, breach and clear of a mine-wired obstacle. I said that ass backwards. In the previous video, we talked about enter and clear a trench, but in this video, we're talking about initial breach of a mine-wired obstacle, right? So, like I said before, you're not going to find a mind-wired obstacle in the middle of nowhere not supporting a trench line or bunkers and stuff like that. You might find mind-wired obstacles. That one's levitating, but you'll find a mind-wired obstacle like to obstruct an area. But in this example, I'm just going to use the same stuff that I was doing before. But yeah, all right. So we have our fire team wedge squad column stuff, right? So what's going to happen is and this is the easiest way and the shortest way I can put it without going too into the weeds. Ignore these bunkers, like I said in the previous video. But our alpha team sees, a mind-wired obstacle, right? Or what they deem as a mind-wired obstacle. They just see an obstacle. So our alpha team is going to set up as a base of fire, right? Our Bravo team is going to become the Cuddy team. The squad leader is going to move with that Bravo element. So we'll just say this area is where we're going to make the cut. So what's going to happen is our Alpha team is going to, smoke off that area. They're going to suppress it. They're going to shoot at it, etc. if there's bunkers back there. But if not, they're just going to pop smoke to allow for these cats to move up. What's going to happen is the squad leader is going to place himself where he can see the Alpha team. The Bravo team is going to move up, and the team leader is going to, the team leader and the saw gunner are going to post up and do that local support by fire stuff. I grabbed the two wrong guys. Rifleman and Grenadier are going to move up, and these two are going to cut the wire, but I skipped a step. So in order for them to check that the mind wired or the obstacle is an arm or the stroke that it's not mined, is they're going to use a grappling hook, right? So you'll use a grappling hook. The rifleman will like yo-yo it out, right? And he's gonna check to make sure there's no mines. Now in Arma, there's no grappling hook function, so you just run up, hope you don't step on a mine, and then cut the wire, blow it. In real life, you would like low crawl up to it, but we're just gonna say Arma logic, right? So local support by fire. They're hiding in the weeds. Rifleman Grenadier come up. They cut the wire. These two cats pop smoke on the opposite side to obscure. The wire's cut. They're going to stay here, marking the entrance. These two cats are going to move through. So I got double strand here, right? So they're going to cut on both sides, mark the entrance, and then these two cats are going to come through and then do the same thing on the opposite side. Because if it is mined, we know that this area right here is clear. So if you have the ability, you have the assets and stuff, you can utilize things that are like mine clearing line charges, and that'll just blow a hole in it. You can cut the wire. In real life, you could throw a stretcher or a blanket, or hell, you could even body breach a mine-wired obstacle if it's not mined. But you get that initial breach open, your squad leader says breach open, your alpha team's going to haul balls through, and then they're going to set up shop. And then your Bravo element is also going to set up shop, because if it's a squad size element here, what's going to happen is the rest of your platoon is going to move through and set up this little crescent on the backside. Yeah, there's no real easy way to put this without having like a demonstrative capability. This is just like a short, sweet overview on how to do it. Because, like I said, if you're actually doing this, 9 times out of 10, what you're going to find is wire, a bunch of mines, more wire. Sometimes there's wire or there's mines inside of the wire. And then behind that, you'll find bunkers with machine guns in them, and then trench lines connecting the bunkers. And then if it's anything like a defensive, like an actual static defensive position, it'll be wire and mines, a trench line with bunkers, and then wire and mines, and then another trench line with bunkers. So take it with a grain of salt. The whole point of these videos is just to help you guys like develop SOPs and things of that nature. But the big key takeaway for initial breach of a mine wired obstacle is make sure it's not mined, for one. 2, get the breach open. And then 3, make sure you're concealing where that breach point is with smoke. If you have the ability to drop mortars and stuff, mortars will definitely help. If you got artillery, that helps too. That way you can use artillery smoke and artillery barrages to soften up the enemy position before you even get to that point. Because in real life, and likely Arma, if you do it right, or if you don't do it right, I don't know the best way to say it. If the trench line is set up right, it's going to be a platoon to company sized operation, and you're going to take heavy casualties. Just a short example of this, we did a breach of a mine wired obstacle when I was at NTC. It had fake mines in it, obviously. We were at no chance of like real death, but we had a full squad conducting the breach. We had a machine gun team doing Overwatch and being a support by fire element to suppress enemy targets at the trench line behind the mine wired obstacle. And then it was like triple strand, so it was like this, and then 2 more of triple strand behind it that we had to get through. So we cut the first one, cut some of the second one that was taking too long. So then we just grabbed 2 of our litters and laid 2 stretchers over the remaining amount of the wire. And then it was a solid like 50, 60-yard run to get to the edge of the trench. And then once we were there, it was, I don't know, about 45 minutes literally clearing a trench with a platoon. So it's a lot to do. And if you don't have the manpower to do it, I would totally suggest just marking it on the map and then falling back. But I hope you guys learned something. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment. If you do subscribe, make sure you hit that little bell icon. That way you get notified every time I upload. But yeah, let's move on from here. And we'll talk about other stuff such as like setting up ambushes and blah 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 blah. The other videos that I got to do is react to indirect fire. That one's really easy. And chemical attack. If you guys have like Seaburn mods in your Arma stuff, the Seaburn stuff, that's really simple to do. All it is just put your gas mask on. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, do all the fancy jazz for me. But see you guys in the next one. Cheers.